Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at lowest spike for a 150 plus EK. So a lowest spike has seen quite a few changes actually recently, mostly quality of life changes in that some of the monsters now walk over fire, they don't have invisibility, they don't have mana drain, etc, etc. And they've seen a little bit of a numerical buff as well. And I saw that and I thought I would go here on an EK, and let me tell you that this place has a lot of potential. It's really, really quite good now for an EK. This is because there's, a few ranged monsters here, which means that EKs have the easiest time of dealing with them by using ranged etc. So that was my first thought, and yes, it's very good. It's very hard at a low level, but it's very, very good. So let's just dive straight into the results. As you can see, I have my results from my 175 EK here, and I was able to get 1.9 KK raw. Now, if you're not familiar with like a low level EK, this is very good experience. The top experience you can get in this level range is like Barkless, around like 2.2 KK raw, and Lava Lurkers also somewhere around like 2.1, 2.2 KK raw. Then the other place that's really good is like Oromond West, but I think that's about 1.9 KK raw. So basically lowest spike is now at the sort of level of like Oromond West, and just below like Lava Lurkers and Barkless Elves. So to me, that's like, S tier. That's like really, really, really good spot. And it has the extra benefit that you complete a bunch of random ass bestiaries here, right? You have so many monsters here, and you complete so many of them. You can only, the Lost Bashers, Hushers, Throwers, whatever, you can only really complete here. You can't complete them anywhere else. So I do very much recommend, if you have a low level EK, just come here and complete those bestiaries. The experience is going to be great. You're probably going to profit reasonably well as well. Like compared to Barkless and Lava Lurkers, there's actually loot here, and you're actually going to be profiting around 100k per hour. So to me, really amazing spot for a low level EK. So yeah, definitely recommended. So I have this little tier rating here, so I would give it about an S minus or an A plus for level 150. The only reason I don't give it like a straight up S tier is because it's quite difficult, and I'll talk about it a little bit more in a moment. But I also wanted to say that this place scales pretty well, just because of how big it is, how dense it is, that you're never going to overkill it. This place is going to be pretty good well into much higher levels. I think it's still going to be an A tier around a level 250, probably be B tier around level 350. I wouldn't be surprised that it's still huntable for like a level 400 to get a decent experience here. It's not going to be like S tier around level 400, but I think it's going to be perfectly viable for a level 400 EK here to actually get some decent, B, C tier numbers while completing a bunch of random bestiaries. So I definitely recommend you check this place out, and after the rework, I think it's pretty damn good. So difficulty-wise, I give it a 9 out of 10 for a level 150. I came here and I was surprised with how much some of these monsters hurt. So you definitely need to watch out, okay? You definitely want to be chugging those ultimates on this level and, treat them with respect. But if you do, it's manageable. I was able to hunt here, get my level. It was fine, but it is difficult. However, the place does scale quite quickly. It becomes much more easy with levels. By like level 250, you should not be in any danger of dying here. Just be careful around the start of level 150. So yeah, with regard to bestiary, it takes you like 4 hours for Lost Basher, 6 hours for Drill Worm, Lost Thrower, Massive Earth Elemental, 10 hours for Lost Husher and Worm, and 16 hours for Volcongra. You're also going to be progressing a few other random bestiaries like Enslaved Dwarf, some Behemoths, and it also kind of depends what level you hunt on. If you're going to be hunting on the bottom level, you're going to be doing more Enslaved Dwarfs and more Behemoths, but fewer of some of the other ones, and a bit more about that in a moment as well. But bottom line is, you're going to be completing a lot of rare random bestiaries, so definitely worthwhile to come here when the experience is worth it. So requirements level 150. This is because of range etc. You need range etc. Otherwise it's not worth hunting here on an EK. There is no access quest required. I think you might have to speak like high join to NPC. I don't even remember, but there's basically no access quest. You will need your best two-handed physical weapon with 3 imbue slots at this level. When you're higher level, when you unlock it, you want to be using an ice weapon. So like a Cobra Axe or Winter Blade, whatever. Once you unlock it, you want to switch to an ice-based weapon. You will also need a Dwarven Ring because they make you drunk. And this place can in fact be hunted by Knights, Paladins, and Druids and Sorcerers solo. I don't know what level you can hunt here, Druid, Sorcerer solo. Maybe as low as 150, but I think it'd be a bit difficult. I expect maybe 200 plus as well, but probably scales a bit better at a higher level. I expect maybe something like a level 300 for a mage would be pretty good here. Duo is a maybe, might be a bit awkward, and full team hunt probably not. For recommended imbuements, standard stuff. You're in low level EK, you don't really need anything else. Just prioritize your physical protection. For supplies per hour, I was using about 2,200 strong mana potions per hour and 400 ultimates. You're probably going to want to be coming in 30-minute bursts, so around 1,100 strong mana potions and 200 UHPs. Charms, and we'll obviously NA at this level. And the character you'll see in the video is a 175 EK with 115 sword skill with loyalty and no praise, no boost, nothing like that. So, with regards to the routes, so when I came here on a 175, I tried all the different floors, and I couldn't manage, well, I didn't think the bottom floor was worth it. The reason is that at the bottom floor, you have a bunch of behemoths, and they're quite strong to physical, they have a bunch of health. It just didn't really work out. I did not like hunting the bottom floor because the behemoths were making the pulse too difficult. Now, the one level up, i.e. the middle level of lower spike, doesn't have anywhere near as many behemoths. I think like 2 per lap. So it's much, much easier. So if you don't have an ice elemental weapon, which you wouldn't at level 150, I strongly recommend checking out the middle level of lower spike. And honestly, at that point, you just go from room to room. It's you know, it's not a rocket science. The spike is, you know, very much designed with like room layout, so you can just go from room to room. There are a couple of rooms where you might consider doing 2 pulls per room because otherwise it gets too crazy. I think this room specifically here, I think usually you'll do like a little pull at the start and pull at the end maybe, and I think there's another room like that, so just try it out. And basically I just go in a in a circle like that, and it's pretty damn good. Now, moving on to the bottom level of lower spike, like I mentioned, I was not really able to test it out well enough. This is the level that I believe would be best once you unlock the ice elemental weapon and you can deal with the behemoths easily enough. And I just looked online, and here I have a screenshot from Reddit user Iper Gangnam Style. He recommends this path. Like I said, I haven't tried it. I don't know if it's any good. But it seemed upvoted, so I think it's probably decent. This is the path I would try if I had an ice elemental weapon. Probably going to be all right. Yeah, this will be like, you know, like 250 plus level path or something. At 150, if you come in here, I think this is probably the best route to take. Yeah, and anyway, that's what I have for you today, guys. Like I mentioned, I think lower spike is going to see a spike in popularity in the coming future because it's actually a lot better now, a lot better than it was. Lots of nice bestiaries to complete, so definitely recommend checking it out. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.